Hello dear children, welcome to the class. Now in today's class, we will be learning the accounting treatment in case of forfeiture and reissue of shares which were issued on pro rata basis. Now let's understand the concept with the help of a practical problem. The practical problem which we are going to take today is your question number 78 given in the book Company Accounts by Mr. T.S. Gariwal. This question is being taken from CBSE sample paper 2019. The question says, Saregama Limited invited applications for issuing 80,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each at a premium of rupees 10. The amount was payable as follows. On application rupees 30, on allotment rupees 30 including premium of rupees 10. That means the capital part in this 30 is 20 rupees and 10 rupee is the premium. On first call 30 and on final call, obviously if the total face value or the nominal value of the share is rupees 100, so the final call will be the balance amount, that is rupees 20. Applications of 1,20,000 shares were received. Now see, the company has issued only 80,000 shares, but the applications were received for 1,20,000 shares. That means the shares were oversubscribed by 40,000. Fine. The issue was oversubscribed by 40,000 shares. Now allotment was made on pro rata basis to all applicants. Proportional basis पर बेटा सब सारे applicants को allotment कर दी गई. That means if we see the proportion, you can see that those who have applied for 12 shares, fine, they are going to get 8 shares. So if I'm going to simplify it, that means that those who have applied 3 shares, they will get 2 shares and the excess money received on 1 share is adjusted to sum due on allotment. अब बेटा अगर ये क्वेश्चन में नहीं भी लिखा होता कि excess amount कहाँ तक हम adjust कर सकते हैं, तो we assume that the excess amount is adjusted towards allotment. और अगर उससे भी excess आई होती है application में, तो हम अगर question silent है तो we return back that money through bank account back to the applicants. Fine. लेकिन अगर क्वेश्चन में लिखा होता है कि हमने एक्सेस अमाउंट अलॉटमेंट के भी आगे अगर एक्सेस अमाउंट आया हुआ है और हम उसको फर्दर कॉल में, फर्स्ट कॉल में या फाइनल कॉल तक एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं, इफ इट इज मेंशन्ड इन द क्वेश्चन, तब हम आगे फर्स्ट या फाइनल कॉल जहां तक क्वेश्चन में मेंशन होगा एडजस्ट करेंगे. अदरवाइज इफ द क्वेश्चन इज साइलेंट, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, if the question is silent, question में कुछ नहीं लिखा हुआ कि excess money जो हमने application पे receive किया है उसको कहाँ तक adjust कर सकते हैं, तो उसको सिर्फ हम allotment तक ही adjust कर सकते हैं. Now Dhwani, who was allotted 1,600 shares, failed to pay the allotment money, and Sargam, who applied for 6,000 shares, did not pay first call money. These shares were forfeited immediately after first call, and 2,000 of these shares, including all shares of Dhwani, were issued to Tarang for rupees 95 per share as rupees 80 paid up. That means the balance, that is rupees 20 on the final call, is yet to be made. Fine. So pass the necessary journal entries in the books of Sargam Limited by opening calls in arrears and calls in advance account if final calls has not been made. So final call has not been made, that means the called up amount is rupees 80. The called up amount for the share is rupees 80. So let's start the solution of this problem. We'll write on the top in the books of the name of the company, that is Saregama Limited. Now, the first journal entry to be recorded in our books of account will be receiving for your receiving of application money. तो जब हम application money बेटा receive करेंगे, मेरी पहली entry बन जाएगी bank account debited to share application account. और share application हमने 1,20,000 shares पे receive करी है. So the total amount to be received is on 1,20,000 shares at the rate of rupees 30 each. So the amount is 36 lakhs. The company has received 36 lakhs at the time of share application, because the applications were received for 1,20,000 shares. Now बेटा कंपनी ने इशू क्वेश्चन में 80,000 शेयर्स ही किए हैं, तो 80,000 से ज्यादा तो कंपनी शेयर अलॉट नहीं कर सकती. So what the company does, company gives the allotment on pro rata basis, proportional basis to the applicants of 1,20,000 shares, allot 80,000 shares, and excess money is adjusted towards the share allotment. Fine. So share application account debited to share capital account. अब हम यहाँ पर टू शेयर अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट भी ओपन अप कर सकते हैं, लेकिन क्वेश्चन में स्पेसिफिकली लिखा है कि हमने कॉल्स इन एडवांस अकाउंट खोलना है. फाइन. सो वी आर गोइंग टू ओपन कॉल्स इन एडवांस अकाउंट. फाइन. सो एप्लीकेशन बेटा रिसीव हुई थी 36 लाख. फाइन. एप्लीकेशन मनी जो रिसीव हुआ वो 36 लाख था, लेकिन कंपनी 80,000 से ज्यादा शेयर्स अलॉट नहीं कर सकती. तो शेयर कैपिटल में 80,000 इंटू ₹30. फाइन. सो 80,000 into ₹30 is going to give us a figure of 24 lakhs. So 24 lakh शेयर कैपिटल में ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा, और जो एक्सेस अमाउंट है that will be on 40,000 shares at the rate of ₹30. Fine. And this is 12 lakh. This is transferred to your share allotment account, which is calls in advance. Now let's pass the third entry for making the allotment money due. Now third entry will be share allotment account. Share allotment account. अभी हम allotment को due करा रहे हैं. To share capital account. To share capital account. To security premium reserve account. क्योंकि हमारे shares प्रीमियम पे इशू हो रहे हैं, so security premium reserve account will be credited. So the total amount debited in share allotment will be, we are going to collect 30 rupees on 80,000 shares, because 30 rupees are due at the time of allotment. So the total amount due will be 24 lakhs. Now out of this 80,000 into 20, that will be your share capital part, which is equal to 16 lakhs. And the rest of the amount, 80,000 into 10, which is equal to 8 lakh, will be the amount due for security premium reserve. Now the next step is to calculate that how much amount are we going to receive at the time of share allotment. Now out of this 24 lakh, you can see that 12 lakh has already been collected by the company at the time of application. जब प्रोराटा अलॉटमेंट हुई थी बेटा, तो जो एक्सेस अमाउंट था वो अलॉटमेंट की तरफ एडजस्ट होना था. तो ये जो कॉल्स इन एडवांस है ये अलॉटमेंट मनी की तरफ एडजस्ट होंगे. सो 24 लाख में से 12 लाख ऑलरेडी एप्लीकेशन के टाइम पर ये अमाउंट आ चुका है. नाउ देयर इज वन शेयर होल्डर नेम्ड ध्वनि. Now Dhwani, who was allotted 1600 shares, the allotted shares with Dhwani were allotted shares, number of allotted shares with Dhwani were 1600 shares. Obviously, she must have applied for more number of shares because in our case pro rata allotment is being done. तो आप देखिए बेटे जिन शेयर होल्डर्स ने 1,20,000 शेयर्स के लिए अप्लाई किया था, फाइन, उनको कंपनी ने 80,000 शेयर्स अलॉट किए, है ना. So these were the number of shares applied and these were the number of shares ultimately allotted by the company. Fine. तो अगर मुझे ये निकालना है that what were the number of shares applied by Dhwani. Fine. So what will I do? 1600 shares ध्वनि के थे, मुझे applied निकालने हैं. So I'll keep the total number of shares applied in the numerator 1,20,000 and then number of total shares allotted 80,000 in the denominator. ठीक है. अब बेटे ये वाला fraction, okay, let's first solve it and then I'll tell you ये fraction हमारे पास आया कैसे. Fine. So this is 200. So the number of shares applied by Dhwani were 2,400. Fine. So 2,400 shares were applied by Dhwani. ठीक है. अब बेटे ये fraction हम कैसे निकालते हैं? This we have already discussed in our previous examples also. ये fractions निकालने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? We have a unitary method. Unitary method में देखिए हम क्या करेंगे कि जिन शेयर होल्डर्स ने 80,000 शेयर्स के लिए अप्लाई किया था, जिन शेयर होल्डर्स को 80,000 शेयर्स अलॉट हुए थे, फाइन, जिन शेयर होल्डर्स को 80,000 शेयर्स अलॉट हुए थे, उन्होंने 1,20,000 शेयर्स के लिए अप्लाई किया था. तो जिनको 1 शेयर अलॉट हुआ होगा, है ना, तो उन्होंने कितने शेयर्स के लिए अप्लाई किया होगा? 1,20,000 divided by 80,000. Fine. And ध्वनि को अगर 1600 shares allot हुए हैं तो obviously she must have applied for 1,20,000 upon 80,000 into 1600. ये हमारा fraction आ गया. Fine. And the number of shares applied by Dhwani was 2,400 shares. So money received by the company from Dhwani. Fine. Dhwani से company ने कितना मनी रिसीव किया होगा? 2400 शेयर्स के लिए ध्वनि ने अप्लाई किया into the application money which is equal to rupees 30 per share. So the total money received was 72,000. Fine. But the money applied towards share application, fine, share application का money जो capital में transfer होगा, that will be based upon the number of allotted shares. And number of allotted shares to Dhwani was 1600. So 1600 into 30, which is equal to 48,000. So 48,000 was utilized by the company and transferred towards share capital at the time of share allotment, and the excess of money, fine, excess money was 24,000. This excess money was transferred to your share allotment. Fine, this was the excess application money, 24,000, that was transferred to share allotment. Now let us see that what is the allotment money due. Fine, allotment amount due from Dhwani. Fine, so Dhwani से allotment money कितना due होगा? Already 24,000 excess में आया हुआ है. So allotment money Dhwani का due होगा, 1600 shares were allotted to her and 30 rupees along with the premium amount is due from Dhwani, which is equal to 48,000. Fine. And out of this 48,000, calls in advance 24,000 की already Dhwani की application के time पर आ चुकी है. So less calls in advance. Fine. And the amount, balance amount, which is equal to 24,000 will be calls in arrears. Fine. So this 24,000 are calls in arrears from Dhwani. See, the total allotment money that was due, allotment money due, it was rupees 24 lakhs. Fine, 24 lakhs was due, less calls in advance, जो हम एडजस्टमेंट हमने कर दी थी एक्सेस एप्लीकेशन मनी की टुवर्ड्स अलॉटमेंट, दैट वाज 12 लाख. फाइन, तो बेटा ये जो 12 लाख है इसमें ध्वनि के 24,000 इंक्लूडेड हैं. ध्वनि के इस 12 लाख में 24,000 जो एक्सेस मनी ध्वनि ने दिया था वो इंक्लूडेड है. नाउ द बैलेंस टोटल allotment money which is due, fine, that will be 12 lakh only. और बेटा 12 लाख में से 24,000 ध्वनि का कॉल्स इन अरियर्स था, तो लेस कॉल्स इन अरियर्स. ध्वनि ने ये अमाउंट अलॉटमेंट की नहीं दी है एज पर दी क्वेश्चन. सो वील सबट्रैक्ट 24,000. We are going to get the balance amount as 11,76,000, which the company has received at the time of allotment. So let's pass the fourth entry in the books of accounts of Saregama Limited for the collection of allotment amount. Amount will be bank account debited to share allotment account. Fine. Now let's see. Bank account will be debited by 11,76,000. Fine. And share allotment was due by 24 lakhs. Now how are we going to match sum of all the debits equal to sum of all the credit? Call in advance was credited in the second entry. So calls in advance will be debited in this entry by 12 lakh rupees. And this account is, calls in advance account is closed. And call in arrears. Fine. Dhwani ne 24,000 rupees nahi pay kiye the, so we are going to open an account, calls in arrears account, that will be debited by rupees 24,000. And now you can see in this entry, sum of all the debits is equal to sum of all the credits. Now let's pass the next entry for making the share first call due. Share first call beta jab due hogi, so my entry will be share first call account. Share first call account debited to share capital account. To share capital account और amount रिकॉर्ड होगी बेटा 80,000 शेयर्स हैं टोटल कंपनी के, on which 30 rupees on first call is to be collected. So the total amount due at the time of first call will be 24 lakhs. Now, there is one more shareholder, Sargam. Fine. Sargam, who has applied for, number of shares applied by him, number of shares applied by Sargam, it is 6,000 shares. Fine. And he did not pay the first call. So let's first calculate that what is going to be the number of shares allotted to Sargam. अब देखिए बेटा मुझे allotted निकालना है. So see, those who have applied for 1,20,000 shares, 80,000 shares were allotted to them. Now those who have applied for one share, so 80,000 upon 1,20,000 shares were allotted to them. And those who have applied for 6,000 shares, then in that case, the number of shares allotted to them will be 80,000 upon 1,20,000 into 6,000. Right? So if I'm going to solve it, I'm going to get 4,000 shares. Fine. तो सरगम को 4,000 शेयर्स अलॉट हुए थे. 4,000 शेयर्स. फाइन. सो सरगम ने फर्स्ट कॉल 4,000 शेयर्स पर पे नहीं करी है. एंड सी, अगर सरगम ने 4,000 शेयर्स पे अमाउंट पे नहीं करी है, तो ध्वनि ने भी जब अलॉटमेंट नहीं करी थी तो फर्स्ट कॉल भी पे नहीं करी होगी. फाइन. सो 4,000 शेयर्स सरगम के और ध्वनि के 1,600 शेयर्स. फाइन. See, ध्वनि did not pay the allotment money. So obviously first call भी नहीं पे किया होगा, तो फर्स्ट कॉल ध्वनि के 1600 शेयर्स पर और सरगम के 4000 शेयर्स पे रिसीव नहीं हुई है। ध्वनि के बेटा 1600 शेयर्स हम इसलिए इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं क्योंकि इमीडिएटली क्वेश्चन में जो नेक्स्ट लाइन है वो ये है that these shares were forfeited immediately after first call, यानी कि कहीं नहीं लिखा कि ध्वनि ने अलॉटमेंट मनी डिपॉजिट करा दिया था। अलॉटमेंट नहीं कराया तो फर्स्ट कॉल भी नहीं कराया होगा। सो टोटल shares on which first call has not been received is 5600 shares और 5600 shares पर 30 rupees per share receive नहीं हुआ। तो total calls in arrears at the time of first call will be 1,68,000. Now 24 lakh was due at the time of share first call and 1,68,000 are the calls in arrears. So the total amount received will be, it is 22,32,000. So that means 22,32,000 amount is received at the time of first call. So the sixth entry will be bank account debited 22,32,000. Now, at the time of first call, calls in arrears are 1,68,000. So we'll debit calls in arrears account also. Calls in arrears account debited 1,68,000. To share first call account. First call account and the first call account will be credited by rupees 24 lakh and the account is closed. Now after first call, the company did not make the second call and these total 5,600 shares were forfeited. Fine, 5,600 shares were forfeited. So let's pass the entry for forfeiting the shares. So total shares that were forfeited, both of Dhwani and Sargam, were 5,600, on which rupees 80 has been called up. Fine, on which rupees 80 has been called up. So we are going to pass the entry of share forfeiture. 5,600 into 80 will be 44,800. So share capital account, this is going to be our seventh entry. Share capital account will be debited. अब बेटा कितने से डेबिट करेंगे? Again, number of shares forfeited 5,600 into rupees 80 called up, which is equal to 44,800. Then security premium reserve account, security premium reserve account, it is also debited. अब बेटा सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व सिर्फ ध्वनि के शेयर्स पर 1600 शेयर्स पर इंटू 10 रुपीज कलेक्ट नहीं हुआ था, सरगम के 4,000 शेयर्स पे कलेक्ट हो गया था। तो रूल क्या होता है कि जिन शेयर्स पे सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व कलेक्ट नहीं होता उन्हीं शेयर्स के सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व को हम डेबिट करते हैं फोरफीचर की एंट्री में। फाइन, सो अगेन आई विल रिपीट, ध्वनि के 1600 शेयर्स के ऊपर सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व 10 रुपीज का कलेक्ट नहीं हुआ था, तो 16,000, ओनली 16,000 विल बी डेबिटेड. Security premium reserve account will be debited by rupees 16,000 और जो आपके शेयर होल्डर सरगम के 4000 शेयर्स के ऊपर सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम कलेक्ट हो गया था बेटा, इसलिए हम फोर फीचर की एंट्री में सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व को सरगम के शेयर्स के से डेबिट नहीं कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ ध्वनि के शेयर्स 1600 पे जिन पे सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व कलेक्ट नहीं हुआ था, ठीक है, उनको हम यहां पर शो कर रहे हैं. नाउ टू कॉल सिनेरियोस. Yes, there is one more error. See, the share capital will be debited by 4,48,000 as 5,600 multiplied by 80 is 4,48,000. Now, two call scenarios. Two calls in arrears. Now, you see that the total calls in arrears at the time of allotment is 2,400 and at the time of first call is 1,68,000. So the total calls in arrears will be, if I'll take the total of this, 1,92,000, and the rest of the amount which we have received will be transferred to share forfeited account, and share forfeited account will be credited by 2,72,000. That is the balancing figure. So share forfeited account is credited by this amount 2,72,000. That the amount which is already collected on these 5,600 shares. Now next is that out of these 5,600 shares, 2,000 shares were reissued. अब बेटा लास्ट एंट्री में आप देखो मैंने शेयर फोरफिटेड अकाउंट को क्रेडिट किया है और टोटल अमाउंट थी 2,72,000. ठीक है, हम इसको वेरीफाई भी कर सकते हैं. कैसे? देखिए बेटा, ध्वनि ने अप्लाई किया था 2,400 शेयर्स के लिए और उसने डिपॉजिट किए थे ₹30. सो टोटल अमाउंट ध्वनि का जो रिसीव था, कंपनी रिसीव किया हुआ था, वो टोटल 72,000 रिसीव किया हुआ था, जो कि कंपनी ने फोरफीट कर दिया. दूसरा शेयर होल्डर सरगम के 4,000 शेयर्स फोरफीट हुए थे, जिसके ऊपर सरगम ने 30 रुपीज एप्लीकेशन के और 20 रुपीज अलॉटमेंट, 50 रुपीज डिपॉजिट करा दिए थे. और सरगम की हम सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रिजर्व को कंसिडर नहीं करते क्योंकि वो कलेक्ट हो चुका था. And this amount is rupees 2 lakh, and you can see that the 2 lakh plus 72,000 is 2,72,000, and this amount is matched. Now 2,000 shares were reissued, so following entry will be passed for reissuing the shares, and these shares, 2,000 shares were reissued for ₹95, so bank account will be debited by this amount 2,000 into 95, which is equal to 1,90,000 to share capital account, and these shares were reissued as ₹80 paid up. So 2,000 into 80, which is equal to ₹1,60,000. So the rest of the amount, that is 30,000, will be security premium reserve. That means the shares are reissued at premium. So 30,000 is credited as your security premium reserve. Now when we are reissuing these 2,000 shares, in the question it's written that these 2000 include all the shares of Dhwani. Fine. So that means 2000 में 1600 shares Dhwani के हैं. 2000 में से 1600 shares Dhwani के हैं और 1600 shares जो Dhwani के हमने forfeit किए बेटा, उसके ऊपर टोटल अमाउंट forfeiture में 72,000 अवेलेबल थी. फाइन, टोटल अमाउंट 72,000 अवेलेबल थी एंड जो रेस्ट ऑफ 400 शेयर्स हैं वो हमने सरगम के 4,000 शेयर्स में से लिए हैं. फाइन, तो अब आप देखो, अगर सरगम के 4,000 शेयर्स पर forfeiture अमाउंट 2 लाख अवेलेबल है, देखिए 4,000 शेयर्स जो सरगम के हैं, उसके ऊपर 4,000 शेयर्स पे 2 लाख अवेलेबल है forfeiture पे, तो 400 पे कितना होगा? So that we are going to again use the unitary method. For one share, the amount available is 2 lakh divided by 4,000, which is equal to rupees 50. So 400 shares पे कितनी amount available हो जाएगी? For giving discount at the time of reissue. So 400 पे 400 into 50, which is equal to rupees 20,000. Fine. So 400 shares per 20,000 amount was available for giving discount at the time of reissue. लेकिन discount वो use ही नहीं हुआ. क्यों नहीं हुआ? क्योंकि shares तो security premium reserve पे issue हो गए. तो बेटा ये जो amount मेरे पास security share forfeited amount में account में available है 92,000 का, that is going to be a capital gain for the company. So the last entry to be recorded in the books of account will be share forfeited account debited to capital reserve account, because the amount in the share forfeiture which is available on these 2,000 shares, we did not utilize this 92,000 at the time of reissue for giving discount because the shares were issued at premium. Fine. So the whole of this amount 92,000 will be transferred from share forfeited account to capital reserve account. So share forfeited account debited to capital reserve 92,000 rupees. I hope the solution of this problem is clear to everyone. I hope all of you have enjoyed the learning today. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.